FOAID, creativity worth celebrating. Media partner CNBC TV18.
A canvas for innovation, creativity and groundbreaking design, the Festival of Architecture and Interior Design or FOAID held its 11th edition in Delhi. The theme for this year was Creativity Worth Celebrating, and FOAID 2024 honored imagination and artistry by bringing together diverse voices and ideas to shape the future of design.
All these talks that we had about the design perspective, the designs that these young people, young minds had, they were amazing designs that they were being showcased. All the talks, the debate and everything is great takeaway even at this stage in my career because you learn each day.
Excellent set of booths, great products. Although I'm from the field of lighting, I have a background in architecture. I did see some exciting facade elements, window elements, and good stuff. I liked it.
FOAID plays a very critical role to initiate a design dialogue. The challenges that we face today are not possible to be solved in individual AC rooms sitting in your own office, in your own silo. What FOAID manages to do is bring product and design dialogue onto a platform that encourages solution finding. And I think this is one of the really important things required in order for us to meet the challenges of the new centuries.
The exhibition this time is very qualitative, a niche exhibition, lots to pick up and new brands which are very exciting. So really an exciting time to be here.
Design Manthan, FOAID's conference platform, brought to the stage global thought leaders and practitioners that are imagining the future of architecture and design. With over 150 speakers and 20 sessions, this year's conference fostered debates, dialogues and discoveries that continue to push the boundaries of creativity.
There's amazing talk show for different architects, different genre. I just talk about the challenges in practice. I talk about the return to a regular architecture, which was a different topic than today's scenario.
I have been associated with FOAID for its entire journey. I've seen it grow over every year. I think it's become true to its name of being a first festival of architecture and interior design, and it is now addressing all the facets of the profession, celebrating the architects, their works, celebrating the materials, the manufacturers, and getting into debates which is going to be for the larger good of the built environment of the city.
I'm very happy to be a part of FOAID's 11th year celebration. Hashtag amazing, hashtag you must see this, hashtag very well curated.
I am tremendously excited to be here in Delhi, participating in FOAID and sharing the experience with many other colleagues, architects, and obviously observing the scene in India, which is to me very important. And once again, extremely happy to be here.
By Antonietta Baccaneri. The opening keynote by Antonietta Baccaneri highlighted Italy's leadership in design and craftsmanship and envisioned a productive collaboration between India and Italy for innovative design.
Italy has long been a leader in the world of architecture and design, with a rich heritage of craftsmanship and a reputation of excellence. From the Renaissance to the present day, Italian design has shaped the global landscape, setting standards for quality, elegance, and functionality.
Architects Ramon Prat and Gianfranco Tosso from Studio Fuksas followed, sharing 10 impactful projects that showcased the studio's global approach to sustainable and inclusive architecture.
This complex is intended for business conferences. However, this is not its only use. The fair finds its network function as a center of communication and exchange of ideas.
I think it's important understand that we need to developing and expand the limits and the borders of the classical architecture and design solutions today if we are looking for face the challenges of the urban environment.
The day's first panel discussion featured a candid conversation with Studio Lotus, featuring all 5 principals who shared their unique perspectives on championing the philosophy of conscious design.
The trajectory that we started experiencing at some point is that if leadership is emerging within the team and then we're not being able to create the opportunity for them to be able to lead a division of the business or whatever they're capable of, then they would take their developed skill and their aspiration, their ambition and go someplace else. So that's actually what created for us the idea saying that we should maybe grow. And it came not from us having the aspiration to grow, but from people in the team demonstrating that they would like to grow in their practice.
My personal experience is that we are up to something as a studio, right? And that's what is overarching, is that purpose of making a difference in the mainstream, right? Of running a mainstream value-driven practice.
As a collective, we've realized that the potential of the people is what we want to harness, and we are up to something and we really want to guide that and facilitate that. But yeah, scale has never been something that has come up as a pursuit for us. It's always been what it will take to get there, what will teams and what will people need to get there.
The second panel of the day was a thought-provoking session on clients, materials, communication, and evolving design practices, featuring 4 reputed design practitioners.
When I started my practice, I used to hear from clients, "Oh, I almost became an architect." I still hear that. Everybody had ideas even then. They have ideas now. The sources of ideas have changed. The exposure or the travel sensibilities and the way they travel, the way we all travel and live our lives has changed. So that is a change across society in general.
I think the best way to get work is to do good work. And that is the only constant. You can go on social media, you can go try and find a client and then you mess up that client and you're not going to get the next client. The best and the absolute way is yet the old-fashioned way of doing qualitative work and speak for itself.
Next, architect Sandeep Khosla presented contextual explorations, sharing 5 transformative projects rooted in the context-driven design principles that redefine spaces across sectors.
As contextualists, we've always looked at arriving at a design outcome appropriate to site, to climate, and culture of a place, using local materials and methods in exciting new ways.
The next session, titled 3x4, 3 Practices and 4 Trajectories, delved into experiences that have shaped leading architects' creative journeys, offering profound insights into their evolving approaches.
I was looking at this idea of seeing whether a practice has a lot more to it than just its work, the experiences that the practitioners go through. These are firms that have been in existence for over 15 years, and what are their influences and so on. So it was a very fascinating discussion.
The idea of the panel discussion was to talk about sort of trajectories and also kind of give an opportunity for us to look back at our practice and talk about key moments that defined the course of the practice.
We were talking about how what is the future and the past and the present of actually running a firm and the practice, and what is the actual definition of a practice. So I think we had great revelations and the whole ideologies regarding different participation of different types of firms and their practices was a very interesting take on what was the idea of a firm.
Architect Raza Kabul's presentation on Thinking Big explored the challenges of large-scale projects, emphasizing innovation and adaptability in architecture.
Space is the material, is the raw material for an architect, to create spaces. And when we get a particular site, we look at the site, we start studying the site, we look at the complexities of the site. And, when you're doing a large project, it's like, it's not a short time, it's a long time. So when you're doing that, you go through many phases.
The Thinking Big theme continued with an engaging presentation from the three co-founders of Design Forum International. Day 2 of the Design Manthan conference commenced with a keynote by Ernesto Bedmar on garden as the main protagonist, emphasizing the seamless integration of functionality and beauty. Continuing the theme of nature in design, the session on biophilic architecture brought two inspiring presentations. The first by Vivek Singh Rathore highlighted innovative strategies to integrate natural elements into modern spaces. The second presentation from the duo at the Grid Architects showcased transformative designs connecting built environments to the outdoors.
ये जो केले के पत्ते हैं वो हमारी जिंदगी में बुने हुए हैं, मतलब चाहे बनाना फैब्रिक पहन के अभी फैशन में जा रहे हैं, एक शेप जो हमारे जिंदगी में हर पल जीता है, उस शेप को how can we take it, the shape, and emulate it in a very simple manner. Whether it's about the light fixture, शुरुआत में we know that how auspicious it is to have the banana leaves. You take it through in your life. You can use it and convert it into a project and into a product of appreciation.
The conceptual design development and sketches had a purpose in mind, keeping in mind the sun path, air, ventilation, community gathering and encouraging interaction for art and culture was definitely a very important aspect of designing this. The concept was designed with 3 openings. These openings are for ventilation and controlled sunlight, taking into account the specific context of Southwest.
Industry leaders in the penultimate panel on the business of luxury design shared insights on attracting and collaborating with top-tier clients, revealing the nuances of luxury design.
I think this conversation about building strategies to build a luxury design practice is very relevant and very important conversation in where India's landscape is today.
There comes a time when you're offered more and more work. Also, the country is seeing a lot of economic development. You have a lot of patronage as compared to earlier in terms of art, architecture. You see clients that are willing to spend, on creativity, on artists, on developing skills. Having said that, at some point with me, I had to make a decision, a conscious decision, that whether I want to do 50 projects or I want to do 10 boutique projects in a year.
To manage the perception of yourself or their practice, especially in this segment, I think you have to resonate with what you do. And your entire team needs to resonate with the same ethos. And if you're truly passionate about the subject and you pursue this day in, day out for 35 years and for the rest of your life, that itself builds your narrative, your brand, because people see the end product.
The summary from all of our experiences, I think there was about 100 years of experience on that stage between Supraja, Zafar, myself and Aparna. So the takeaway is that you have to be passionate about what you do. You have to be uncompromising in your perseverance. And if the luxury tag follows, then you're lucky.
Design Manthan concluded with a powerful debate addressing the question, is Delhi headed towards ecological destruction? This intense and thought-provoking session tackled critical environmental challenges shaping the future of urban spaces.
The point is that there is an elitist viewpoint that we always look at. We don't look at the ground reality when we're talking about things as an architect, and there are a lot of young architects sitting out here. What is important is to address the root cause of things. Policy making, some things, I think we need to get a little inconvenient when it comes down to it. Delhi people as such have become, I feel, more lazy and used to the convenience of everything at their home.
I think this debate was trying to bring that out, to bring a sense of emergency and that idea that we all need to really start using our agencies as architects especially, but everybody in general, to take it on themselves to start doing something about it. So I think it's just one of the triggers. I hope it works for some people at least.
FOAID, creativity worth celebrating. Media partner CNBC TV18.
FOAID 2024, like every edition, created a vibrant showcase of the latest innovations in design in the form of Design Arena, featuring leading architects, designers, and brands. The Design Arena offered an inspiring journey through emerging trends and state-of-the-art products. With over 200 groundbreaking projects, interactive exhibits, and cutting-edge installations, this dynamic space pushed creative boundaries.
This year, the message is how we can integrate our culture, our traditional architecture, along with the modernized products. So, if you see our booth, so it's showcasing our roots, our culture, our tradition values, along with our latest technologies, how we can integrate AI with it.
We, as a brand, have been associated with a lot of innovative design solutions and technological solutions in the categories of locks and architectural fittings and solutions. Since this exhibition is largely dedicated to the AID community, the architects and interior design community, one of the other areas that we've been really looking at is home decor.
In FOAID, this time we have two range of a product which is getting displayed, one on the natural side and one on the engineered marble side. Well, this is a place where we love to come. We get to meet a lot of the architects. So I would say we also get to see a lot of similar industries, what is happening. So I think it's not only like showcasing our strength, but it is also a lot of learning that we carry from here.
Our response of the products has been phenomenal. The products are extremely value for money, and customers are seeing a lot of premiumness in installing these products and getting a great feedback from their friends and family when they install these aesthetic products. That's giving us the momentum to grow year on year. This year we have launched a series of wall panels to add to our ceilings and floor ranges. So the entire ceiling, floor, wall is the gamut that we are operating under right now.
So we're here with Eka Pidilite, and like every year, Eka Pidilite comes up with something new. This year, what's really catching everybody's fancy is the water-based, the sustainable range that we have under the brand Aquabella, and then the Creativa, which is the special effect range that we have. We are known for performance and we are known for aesthetics. What we also want to do is we want to marry the values that FOAID also comes with, which is around creativity, collaboration, and pushing the boundaries.
We are really happy to be here this year, and we are exhibiting our supreme products, which are the highest specification products you can find in the world.
We are showcasing our prime products, which are silver alloy products, this year in FOAID, along with some wardrobes. I believe in the crash course of all the exhibitions that are taking place in India. For me, I would rate FOAID as #1 because it is quality over quantity.
This time we are launching new designs which are like comprised of a lot of different materials together, like all metal, teak wood, braid, wicker, all mixed together to create that unique look and feel.
Over the past decade, FOAID has nurtured young architects and interior designers through the Vox Architecture Ideas Competition. Design innovators under the age of 35 presented their visionary and thought-provoking projects to industry leaders in 11 categories, ranging from public buildings to residential spaces. This year's live presentations and rigorous Q&A sessions showcased talent that continues to redefine architecture and interior design.
I think it had a range of some really good work to some work that may not have been so mature, but it was great to see what the upcoming youngsters are doing in the field today.
The winners of these 11 categories were honored at the end of Day 2, celebrating excellence and innovation in design. ICA, the global leader in special wood coatings, partnered with FOAID to celebrate excellence in design through the ICA Creative Minds Next competition. This platform recognizes innovative, ongoing and conceptual projects in architecture and interior design. With categories spanning diverse disciplines, the competition fostered creativity and acknowledged exceptional talent, providing participants the chance to present their work to an eminent jury. The winners of the ICA Creative Minds Next competition were felicitated during the awards ceremony, marking a proud moment for emerging design talent. Design Karyashala, FOAID's exclusive platform for students, bridged the gap between emerging designers and established industry leaders. Through open dialogues and unfiltered conversations, students gained valuable insights and engaged in critical discussions on architectural discourse.
I think so. It is very important that we try and share whatever best learnings we have in our practices with the future generation of designers and architects. Such kind of sessions should be done more and more often so that they can get better learnings, they can start their better practices, and they can even have collaborative practices with a lot of other opportunities which are floating around as on today.
I think you have the under 30-35 awards, design awards, and I mean that's a good recognition on the national platform. Inception of FOAID, they've been doing this, and it's known for this. And I would strongly recommend them to continue over the next few years.
Expressions, FOAID's vibrant platform for student creativity, focused on the theme Echoes of the Future in 2024. This competition invited budding architects and designers to showcase innovative art installations, merging art and architecture to inspire and redefine the future of design.
This year the theme was Echoes of Future, and the way young people, young brigade is thinking, it's phenomenal. I must appreciate their efforts.
I think it's quite amazing to see the kind of materials and the kind of technology they are trying to bring in creating this installation. That's something phenomenal to see that young minds are doing with a lot of exposure to information and technology in today's day.
The winners of the Expressions Art Installation competition were honored during the award ceremony, celebrating the fusion of art and design. As FOAID 2024 drew to a close, it continued to engage and inspire the architecture and design community, offering a platform that celebrated creativity, innovation, and collaboration across every facet of design.
FOAID, creativity worth celebrating. Media partner CNBC TV18.